Hey everyone, it's been a year since my last devlog, so I wanted to give a quick update on the game. First off, I know it's been a really long time since the last devlog, and yes, I am still working on Sovereign. In fact, I've been streaming the progress every day over at Twitch. So if you're ever thinking that I might have given up on it, you can head over there and check up on it. I'll have the link in the description. Alright, so Sovereign has made a major change over the past year, which is partially why it's taken me so long to make another devlog. The game is now an extraction game. And for anyone that's confused right now, an extraction game is a PvPvE experience where you load into a world with a goal of surviving and escaping in the end. If you've played any games like Escape from Tarkov, Dark and Darker, or The Cycle, then you know what I'm talking about. The overall gameplay of the game will be you heading into the world and trying to complete any quests you have while also looting for better equipment for your character. You also have to worry about other PvE and PvP threats along the way. If you kill them, you can loot everything they have on them, but if you die, then you also lose everything on your character and you're sent back to the menu to try again. In the end, you'll want to extract from the world in order to keep all the items and progress that you've made while in there. Once you have extracted, you can store your new items and gear in your stash. Only items and gear that is on your character will be lost when you die. Once you're ready to get back into the world again, you can gear up your character with anything from your stash and head back in. There will be a lot more gameplay on top of this, but that's the basic foundation of the game. There will be other things like crafting and alchemy, hunting, dungeons, trading, and friendly NPCs in towns that will be using the original reputation system still, and a lot more. I know this is a big change from the co-op RPG style that the game was originally being made as. I fought with its decision to change for a few months, but ultimately decided it's what's best for the project. Mainly, this helped shift the amount of work that needed to be done for the game to be more code-driven, which is a lot more achievable. For example, originally the NPCs would have needed voice acting as the game was relying heavily on quests and story. Voice acting would have cost a lot of money and an insane amount of time given the scope of the world. But now the game is focused a lot more on player progression kind of features such as leveling, looting, skill trees, and other things like that. These are things that I'm definitely able to code into the game, and they also add to the overall gameplay of the game. That's not to say that this style of game doesn't bring on its own challenges as well. Dedicated servers were a major part to learn because extraction games usually have a bit of matchmaking, so you get tossed into a world with other players, creating the PvP part of the game. Oh yeah, and also PvP. That continues to be the biggest challenge so far. Creating a fair experience for everyone is extremely hard. Client-side prediction and server rollback need to be absolutely perfect, otherwise the game can feel inconsistent and unfair. Whenever anyone asks me if doing PvP is worth it when making a game, I usually tell them that the difference in the amount of work you have to do from single-player game to a multiplayer game is basically tripled. But that's something I'm going to go into a bit more detail in another devlog. I'm really excited about this new direction of the game, and it has given me a lot more motivation to work on the project over the last year. Moving forward, I want to do a lot more smaller devlogs for each of the features that I've created for the game over the last year. I'm excited to talk about the new rendering features such as nanite, virtual shadow maps, and all those, and how the game leverages those to help improve the visual fidelity of the game, as well as gaining massive performance improvements. As well as the new inventory system, combat changes, and basically just everything else that's been done. There's been a lot of work to talk about over the past year, so keep an eye out for more of these devlogs in the near future. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and special thanks to all my Patreons. You guys are awesome and the biggest reason I've been able to work on the game this past year, and I really appreciate it. So I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.